Hello, everyone. My name is Meredith Taylor, and I'm the Community Relations Manager at CityCurrent. Today, I am joined by Marshall Crawford, President and CEO of the Housing Fund, to talk about ways that his organization has been impacted during this time, as well as how we can help. So, how are you today, Marshall?
I'm doing well, and thank you. I really appreciate this opportunity to be able to share and to speak with all of you.
So, give us a little context for those that may be unfamiliar with the Housing Fund. Tell me about your mission as well as a little bit of history.
No problem. So, the Housing Fund was created back in 1996. We are a private, nonprofit, community development financial institution revolving loan fund. Our primary mission is to provide resources and creative leadership to help individuals and communities create and maintain affordable and healthy places in which low to moderate income people live. Um, our history extends, as I said, back to 1996, where we were created out of a community gathering to talk about how can we provide home ownership opportunities for more families in the Nashville area. We started off being called the Nashville Housing Fund. We changed our name to being just the Housing Fund because now we serve the entire state of Tennessee. When I think about at that particular time, we were facing a housing crisis, an affordable housing crisis. Just think about it. Here we are in 2020, and we still have an affordable housing crisis. It's still very difficult for low to moderate income individuals to be able to afford a safe and healthy place, and also communities not being safe and healthy as well. And so we provide that opportunity for so many people.
Now, I know you just touched on it, that there's an affordable housing crisis, and that's certainly always a hot topic here in Nashville. But tell me about how your organization has been impacted by the current climate across the state.
Mm-hmm. So it's been very devastating for a lot of individuals, especially low to moderate income individuals. Many of them work in the jobs that have been let go, restaurants and convenience stores, and so many of them have lost their jobs. I think the state had put out, or the city had put out, some data that talked about who are the individuals that are going to be impacted, and many of them are individuals that are earning less than market rate, that are really cost burden. And so what we have been able to do is to work with our financial institutions to repurpose some of our resources that were once restricted for certain programmatic activity. And so we've been able to repurpose that to provide access to capital to low to moderate individuals that are impacted not only by the COVID-19, but also, just remember, 2 weeks prior, there was a tornado that hit Nashville as well. And so we were able to repurpose some of those resources to help individuals that are impacted by the tornado. We have increased our educational efforts. Awareness is a critical ingredient at this time. And a lot of people don't have the knowledge. They didn't have it before this. And it's really critical that we get them the proper knowledge of how they're able to acquire additional resources to help fulfill their basic needs, and then also to keep a roof over their head. And one of the ways that we're doing this is we're staying on mission. As I said, our mission is to provide the resources that they need, and also to provide the critical or creative leadership. I've been serving on task force and having a lot of Zoom calls and sharing our information. There's one quote that I'm reminded of when I think about this particular time. And Gandhi said that the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. And that's what we've been doing. We've really been losing ourselves and trying to help as many people as possible, and providing that creative leadership as much as possible as well.
I love that quote. And it's a great segue into what is my favorite question during these interviews. How can we help?
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's important. Information sharing is the most important aspect. So what you're doing here today is really critical. I always believe that each one teach one. Knowledge is king. And the more we're able to share and give um, individuals the right information going forward is very critical. Educating one another about sharing that information. There are a lot of resources out there. The Center for Nonprofit Management has been hosting a lot of Zoom calls and being able to share information. The United Way has been able to move capital and give it to nonprofit organizations. But there are a lot of individuals that don't have access to that information. And so I think it's really critical that we point them in the right direction to give them some understanding of where those resources are. We got to encourage our neighbors to share about rental assistance, about home ownership guidance and information. I was on a call when we were talking about the mortgage industry. So many people are getting forbearances, but they don't have an understanding of really what a forbearance is. And if their financial institutions aren't willing to work with them, at the end of that forbearance, everything that they forbeared is due plus the next month payment. And so people must have a clear understanding of that. And we're trying to help through the education process and also on some of our programs and policies that we're changing to be able to address some of that.
I can certainly see how if there was a lack of understanding there, that people would get into some really sticky situations. So Marshall, where can we go to share these resources? Where can we find them?
So I would tell you to go to, let me see, our website is one place that you can go to find those resources. We've been able to provide links for the United Way and for the Community Foundation of Middle Tennessee, CNM. So we have put those links on there that if individuals go, they think the housing fund, so let me call and see how I can get some assistance around housing. But our website, thehousingfund.org, very simple. We're also on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. You can find that. I'm constantly posting. My favorite is LinkedIn, so I'm constantly posting things on LinkedIn that really speaks to some of the work that we're doing. But I would encourage people to go to those websites, find that information, share it with other individuals as well. And, let's just be one community and a community of knowledge sharing.
Certainly, we are all in this together. For people that do not have access to the internet or a computer, what is that phone number that they can reach you guys with any questions they might have?
So they can call us at 615-780-7000. And if no one answers right now, it's in an automated process, just leave a message and we promise we will get back to you by the close of business or the very next day. 24 hours is our commitment to making sure that we are responding accordingly.
Just tell them Marshall sent you, right?
That's all you got to do. I heard Marshall speaking, and we'll take care of it. And don't be surprised. I might even call back. So I'm also answering phones and placing calls as well. We are a small team, but we're a mighty team, and we all pitch in and help each other together.
Well, Marshall, thank you for your servant leadership during this time and continuing to power the good in our community.
Yes. Well, thank you for the opportunity and thank you for the good work and spreading this message. I think it's vital and it's important for everyone to get the right information as well.